Hey everybody, and welcome to this JaxParks TV special. I'm Garrett Teague.
And I'm Pam Roman. We're here today at the Cecil Recreation Complex, the home of the biannual Tri-Jax Challenge.
That's right, and it's a great race for people of all ages and ability. It starts with an adult sprint race. Let's check it out. The Tri-Jax Challenge keeps getting bigger and better. More than 70 racers to age 16 and over lined up early in the morning to compete in the sprint event. It's quickly getting noticed by first-timers and experienced triathletes from all over the First Coast.
I think it's a good race for beginners, people that don't want a lot of pressure. The way they spread you out in the pool makes it kind of less stressful than being in a lake.
In fact, the 500-yard snake swim eliminates some of the concerns that you may have with an open water swim. For example, no gators and no getting kicked in the face.
Bike course is excellent. The course is very well manned, which is impressive. Sometimes you get on bike courses and races and you don't see anybody and you kind of wonder where you're at.
This season's 14-mile flat bike course added a new dimension to triathlons with its popular speed trap section, its own race within a race.
I went around the bend and I put the hammer down and I really ended up catching the guy that was in first place once I got through that section because I just had my head down motoring. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I like running through the woods. I'm not a trail runner, but the track's hard and shady and really nice.
The 3.1 miles takes you on a quick sprint to the finish line where you can catch your breath, take a quick break with friends, and start planning for the next Tri-Jax Challenge.
Nice!
I think they do a great job. I'll come back in the fall and take another whack at it.
Well, we're going to wait and see what happens because the jail rate's pretty.
Now that the adults are done, it's time for the kids to have a little fun. This is when the Tri-Jax Challenge turns into a full family affair, as nearly 200 kids turned out to compete in one of two youth races for ages 7 to 11 and 12 to 15. The lifeguards were in the pool as these little guys and girls jumped into the water with no hesitation. Parents cheered their kids on through the entire race as kids made their way from the pool to transition and on to the completely closed to traffic bike course. The cheering was especially loud as the proud parents watched their kids head to the finish line. Some parents took it a step further by sharing the experience with their kids and competing in the adult race earlier in the day.
It's really healthy for them to get up and be active rather than just sit and play video games. I think that more parents should do it and be role models and support healthy living.
And during the kids' race, you can see the true spirit of the Tri-Jax Challenge with the No Athlete Left Behind policy, where kids join the last competitor to support and motivate them through the run. That camaraderie is what race director Benji DeMott thinks makes the Tri-Jax Challenge such a great race.
And that's an atmosphere that just can't be matched anywhere else. So I'm very proud of it. I'm proud of the kids of Jacksonville for doing that for each other, and I hope to foster that in the upcoming races.
Seeing how much fun all the competitors have out here at the Tri-Jax Challenge, it's no wonder adults and kids alike can't wait for the next race.
It was a fun course. You want to come back and do it again in the fall? I do! What makes the Tri-Jax Challenge so unique is that it's not just about working out, it's also about giving back. In this case, to a group of youngsters who have experienced their first triathlon. Let's meet the Tri-Jax Select Team.
11 youngsters from JaxParks after-school program recently had the experience of training for and competing in their first ever triathlon. They range in age from 7 to 15 and were selected based on financial criteria and the willingness to take on a challenge. At the beginning of the program, most of the kids didn't even know how to swim. Then in walked Coach Roger, and within 24 weeks, the group went from paddling kickboards in the pool to swimming laps, racing up to 8 miles on a bike, to running a full mile and crossing the finish line.
I think the kids learned a lot, you know, from just learning how to swim and then incorporating the bike and then the run afterwards. A lot of them are really athletic kids, but they've never done all of them at the same time. High five, high five. Good job. It feels so good, you know. Throughout the season I've been, not only was their coach, but I just became their friend, and like they really appreciate my help, and I really enjoy their accomplishment, you know, finishing the race. So when I see them struggling, when I see them like kind of push through, that encourages me the most, because even though they're tired, even though they're, you know, they're wanting to quit, they push through because of our training and our exercise together, and they're trusting me, and then my faith in them, and it's so great. You know, there's words can't describe how amazing this feels. So I'm just super proud, and I would do this again in a heartbeat, for sure.
And Coach Roger wasn't the only one cheering on the kids. There were also plenty of proud parents in the crowd.
It feels good, man. This is their first triathlon, and you know, it feels real good, man. I had my camcorder and thing, rooting them on. It felt real special because it's the first event, like I said, you know, that they didn't done or whatever. So I had to go to Walmart and buy me a camcorder just for it. You know, hopefully there's many more to come.
Glendora McCargo's not a proud parent, she's a proud neighbor who drove these kids to practice twice a week, every week for 6 months, even though none of them are hers.
We're out here for the first time for the Tri-Jax Challenge. We started 23 weeks ago. When we first started, we came out here and most of them were scared to put their head in the water. Before you knew it, they were diving off the diving board, just running up and down. We came out here every Thursday and every Saturday for 24 weeks. I mean, we never stopped. We came out here. Roger is our coach, and he is the greatest coach in the world. When these kids started swimming, he stayed with them. He worked with them and worked with them until they could swim across that pool. Then they was diving across the pool, and then they start riding bicycles. Then they start running. This, to me, is one of the best feelings in the world. Am I right, guys? Yeah. Am I right? Finishing was the best thing, wasn't it? Huh? Yeah. All right. I just want to cry right now. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. You just don't know how I feel. And I feel so good. You have really made my day. We're going to go out. We're going to have pizza. We're going to scream. We're going to holler. Not in the restaurant, though, okay? All right? All right. So proud of them. So proud of them.
Last, but certainly not least, the story of Charity Stevens. This young lady's performance at the challenge exemplified the meanings of perseverance and teamwork. Although she found herself struggling through the competition and dealing with a broken down bike, she refused to give up. And it was amazing to watch the crowd's reaction to her commitment. Several folks even went alongside of her on her final run to the finish line. And as if there couldn't be a more perfect ending to the day, Charity's number was called during the post-event raffle, and she won the grand prize, a brand new bike. Congratulations, Charity, and the entire Tri-Jax Select team. We can't wait to see you all at the next Tri-Jax Challenge.
Well, that's it for this JaxParks TV special. Thanks for tuning in.
Sorry, I just want to see how it felt to run in the Tri-Jax Challenge. And if you want to find out how to be a part of next year's Tri-Jax Challenge, just visit online at TriJaxChallenge.com.
Yep, and you can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And for more episodes like this, go to JaxParksTV.com.
We'll see you back here next time. And until then, we'll see you in the parks.
It's never too early to start preparing for the next Tri-Jax Challenge, September 28th and 29th. It starts Saturday morning with the adult sprint race for ages 16 and up, with a 500-yard snake swim, 14 miles on the flat bike course, and a 3.1-mile scenic run through an abandoned Navy base. Expect fast times on this USAT sanctioned course. The kids take over with the Youth Junior Race, where the little ones have a 100-yard swim with lifeguards in the water, transition to the 4-mile completely closed to traffic bike course, and finish it off with a half-mile run. The Youth Senior Race starts shortly after and involves a 200-yard swim, 8-mile bike course, and a 1-mile sprint to the finish line. And the Tri-Jax Challenge is getting bigger and better with some new additions. It's now a weekend event with a 5K race Saturday evening along with food and festivities for the entire family. Then it finishes up Sunday morning with a half marathon. Compete in one or all three. Sign up today at TriJaxChallenge.com and start training now.